Hey guys, it's CodingBoy56 back at it with another video. Today, let's learn how to make your robot follow walls using the infrared sensor. This thing over here. Let's get it. So I have my EV3 programming software open in front of me as usual, but instead of having a fresh program open, instead we're in the lobby over here, and that's because we're creating a program very similar to our previous line following program. So if you haven't seen that before, if you haven't seen that already, I'm just gonna put a little thing over here so you can just click that, and then we'll just explain everything you need to know in that video. Anyway, we're just gonna copy this advanced line following my block. Copy, then paste. Now it should be called line following 2, and we can just rename that to something like advanced wall following. I'm not that creative with these names. Yeah, and this is literally such a simple program. We're literally all we're doing is we're replacing all the light sensors with the ultrasonic sensors, and it works on the exact same logic as before. So if you just look at one of these, huge chunks of code right over here that I have highlighted, all it's doing is that it's measuring uh, the distance away from whatever you're using. In this case, it was a light sensor last time. We're using it for a wall. All it's doing is that it's measuring the distance, it's subtracting the average from that, or the target value that you're hoping to achieve, and then you're multiplying that by a KP value. That's a scaling value, so the larger it is, the larger of a correction you're making. And um, it's keeping that value for the left motor, and it's negating that value for the right motor. Sorry, the reverse. It's negating that value for the left motor. And that's basically all there is to it. It's just creating an error to see how far it's from where it is, and then depending on that, it's adjusting its motor speeds to steer to where it needs to be. It's not very complicated if you get the hang of making these kinds of programs. Anyway, we'll basically just replace these all with ultrasonic signs. Or since I don't own an ultrasonic sensor yet, we're going to use an infrared sensor. I honestly think that the ultrasonic sensor is more suited towards um, this program because it measures in actual centimeters rather than the infrared sensor, which gives a reading as a percentage of its total value, which I think is 100 centimeters or something like that. So if you have an ultrasonic sensor, use that instead. You can just replace the block. It shouldn't be that hard. So you're just measuring the proximity, and we're going to select wired for the convenience, since this is being put in since this is being put into my block. Now you can just rip those wires out, delete that block, and put the wires into the A input. Now you can just copy that for the other two. I'll just fast forward to that. So I have it done for this bottom side as well. See, the sensors changed. Yeah, this is basically going to be one of my shortest videos. My videos are normally really long and boring, but today might actually be a video under 10 minutes if I can manage it. Now we just have a reset for this color sensor block. We're just going to do the same for this if that exists. I'm not sure, I haven't even experimented with this. No, there isn't a reset. But that's not a huge disappointment. It's not necessary because the infrared sensor is a pretty stable sensor, unlike the gyro sensor, which gets uncalibrated a lot. I think that should be it. Now we're just gonna we're just gonna make a new my block for this. Oh wait, no, we copy paste that my block, so we don't even need to put in the parameter. Sweet. Yeah, we don't need to do anything else. Yeah, we can just test out our program right now. So I think if we look in our my block section, something should have appeared. Yeah, advanced wall following. And I'm just gonna edit that icon from a light sensor over here to something more suitable, like maybe an infrared sensor or ultrasonic. It doesn't really matter. There should be, yeah, instead of average, I'll put target because we're looking for the average light value when you're normally when you're line following, but for this you're just looking for target value. It doesn't really matter. I'm just making all these things for user convenience. Anyway, that's it. You can just, I'm going to delete that. We can put the my block into a new program. And then we'll put a normal speed at whatever you like, 50. And then the target may be 20 centimeters from the wall. The KP value, I recommend putting it at 0.3. That's what I find best for my robots. The it's an infrared sensor port. We can always fix that, but I think mine is 3 right now. And right or left? No, this doesn't even matter. We can take this parameter out if you want, because it's always gonna be following the oh wait, actually, there might be an instance where you would use this if you're following the right side of the wall or the left side of the wall, so you can keep that actually if you like. Anyway, we're done. We save the program. Now let's just give it a go. Hey guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching that video. If you liked it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you for next week's video. I post every single Fridays, but sometimes I'm a little late, like today. So, see you next week. Bye.